Hello, viewers, and welcome again to another episode of Survive Unplugged. This is episode 4. My name is Zach Kruger. I'll be your host, and today we're going on a huge space exploration all the way into the Elimination Galaxy. And I have a very, very special guest with me today, the handler of Elimination Galaxy. He knows the ins and outs of everything that's been going on pre-jury. This is a tug-of-war champion, Travis Rindler. Welcome. How are you doing?
Thank you so much, Zach, for having me. I am super excited for you guys to get to see the Elimination Galaxy. We have had several cadets here for quite a while, and I want you to see the inner workings of this space here.
And how many cadets are we expecting to see on our journey? Because I know we've lost a few lost in space right now, but there's an opportunity for a battle back, maybe, or a vote, maybe, some sort of opportunity to get back into the game. We don't even know what it is yet. I'm curious to see what the players think it is. So who do we have?
Well, we have 6 remaining cadets here right now, and we're gonna go jump in right now and see who we can find. How about that? So follow me in.
What should we expect as we're coming in, Travis?
Well, it's like any other galaxy you've ever seen. There's lots going on. There's probably a tent right off the bat because that's kind of where they've been staying. They didn't have a lot of time to build. Oh, here we have someone right off the bat. Oh, Don.
Hi, Don.
Awesome. Great to see you, man.
Oh my gosh, Don, here, stand up with us. Give us a hug.
Hey, how are y'all doing?
Oh, good to see you.
Long time no see, except for you.
So Travis has got to see you for quite a while here, because you're pretty much, what, do we call you the king of the Elimination Galaxy?
I'm something out here.
I think king's fitting.
We'll go with it.
But I haven't gotten to see you. Tell us what your experience like has been here. How many days have you been here, and what have you been doing?
Okay, I think it's Tuesday, so that would put me here 3 days. Spent the first few hours alone, which is an experience unto itself, to be without anything and by yourself. So it was interesting, but since then it's been a lot of fun. The people have come in, Carrie and me and Josh. Last night had a great time. Me and Josh almost got ran over by Bergen at one point.
Oh, okay.
As we were wandering around.
That's terrifying.
No, it wasn't close. We did. We had a blast, and it's been a good time out here. You know, this production has worked really hard to put things together. So
wonderful. And then Travis, since Don has been getting here, what's been your job? What have you been doing?
Yeah, essentially, I've been making sure Don's having as good of an experience he can have in a hellacious place. So, basically, I make sure that the cadets here have the essentials of some basic food and water, and that they aren't losing their minds.
In our fancy toilet bowl.
This is our toilet bowl?
That's our fancy toilet bowl.
Our
wrap up the garbage bag when you're done pooping.
poop bucket.
Okay.
Like a doggy, wrap
Trash
the poop
bag
bucket
and
up.
all.
I will not,
This is how they treat you, people.
I will not ask you to give us a demonstration, John, but
I am good.
I would like to see your little tent set up really quick. Can you just show us around your immediate
Sure,
area?
come on in. This is the guys' area here. The gals are down further. The guys are up here. We've been up here with the water because we stay out of here, out of the way during the comps. We don't want to be seen, but they gave us these fancy things. Luckily, we haven't had to put the cover on because rain hasn't happened, but word has it, if we're stuck here another night, we may want to get something. So we have it right over there ready to go.
Do you think you might be stuck here another night?
Not if y'all care about your life. No, I don't think I'll be stuck here another night, but it's always possible. You never expect the unexpected, right?
I don't know. That might be a tagline for another show.
Copyrighted.
But I'm very, another game. Well, but anyway, I don't know what to think at this point. I've been out here so long at this point. I just want out. I'm ready to compete. You know, I'm rested, because all you can do when you have crews sit around and sleep, pretty much, or go for walks. And so that's it.
So Travis, I heard the word compete. I think that's all the time we have with Dante, because I'm hearing some stuff around the corner, but maybe we should dive into what that word compete might mean later.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I think.
Where should we go next?
Well, if we just continue walking along here, you can see all the different paths that are available in the Elimination Galaxy here. And here we are. We've already just run into Carrie, collecting some wood.
Carrie, my name is Zach. I'm a part of the Survive Unplugged show, and you already are very familiar with Travis. How's he been doing taking care of you?
Well, with the exception, and I don't think it was his fault necessarily, but we did have an incident yesterday and today where we ran out of water.
Oh.
And water is essential in this game, especially when we don't know when our battle back is. So it made me a little nervous. And so now this last time they brought us 2 bottles of water. So just in case that happens again.
So
Staying
hydrated.
But otherwise, Travis has been phenomenal. He's been keeping us up to date, well, not telling us any kind of, details on what to expect, but as
Keeping
much
you in
as
perpetual limbo.
yes, exactly, and trying to be somewhat entertaining. I did steal a sip of his coffee this morning.
Yeah,
which was
she held me
awesome.
down. It was
I literally,
very
I don't
scary.
drink black coffee, but I was like, dude, I'm taking it. so I took a sip.
Quite
so.
devious. So working for every resource we have. Now, Travis, I have some questions for you.
Yeah.
I'm hearing words like challenge, battle back. What do these players think is actually going to be happening?
I think some people are maybe jumping the gun, assuming things. If everyone goes back and reads the note that they got, it says something about an opportunity to rejoin the game. So I don't know what's next, and I'm not sure the players do either.
We're just going on previous seasons where there was a battle back. So since we got this little thing saying, do you want an opportunity to get back into the game? We're just assuming we have to compete for that, and I mean, they're not going to put us all back in the game. So, all of us are getting voted off. If you get that note and you want to do that, then, we're just assuming we're going to have a competition, but no idea when. I mean, literally they could wake us up in the middle of the night and say, you're on, we're game on. And I'm like, so I'm trying to decide how much water do I drink now so I don't have to pee during that challenge. How much do I eat now so that my stomach's not too full? I mean, literally, I don't know what we're supposed to be doing and when. And then, of course, talking about, okay, well, what if I do win the battle back and I get back in? What do I do then? I got to assess the situation because I was literally voted out so early. I didn't get a chance to really know anybody in my own tribe. And then when I got abducted, I didn't really get a chance to know anybody in that tribe. And then the next thing I know, I'm voted out. So
if there is some sort of challenge or battle back, what are you prepared for, Miss Carrie?
well, my strategy when I started the game was to kind of, be more laid back, just kind of get to know everybody and see where I could fit in, see who I could connect with. And like I said, I didn't get that chance. So if I get back in, I feel like I'm going to have to hit the ground running because the game has, I don't even know what's going on in the game. The new people have come in, have kind of filled us up a little bit, give us some information. But I just have to, I think I've got to get in there and just go, okay, where do I fit in here and where do I see cracks? Especially since I have information now that I didn't have before. So, and how do I use that
benefit.
information? How do I use that information? And when do I use that information? And who do I use that information with?
Yeah.
So my thing is, I think I'm going to go in and kind of chill a little bit and see who approaches me first. And then if nobody approaches me, then I'm like, okay, game on. I got to get back in this somehow and figure out my way in. But if people approach me, I'm going to be like, yeah, I'm a free vote. I'll work with you. And
I think that's a wonderful strategy, Carrie, and I'm hearing a lot more from Carrie, even more than we heard from Don, and we're starting to build. We're getting more and more information.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe I'll give you the microphone.
Yeah.
I'm seeing that these twigs are kind of being used somewhere over here in another
Yep,
player. Who
yep.
is that over there?
Oh,
I'm
that's our
totally-
resident fire master.
Thank you, Carrie. We'll see you around.
yeah, thanks.
Come on over. This is Josh. He's been tending the fire
I
all
see some
day.
games down here as well.
What's going on?
Hey, man. Good to see you.
Hey, Josh.
See you as well.
Oh, ow,
So,
hi.
Josh, tell us a little bit about the fire.
Just been keeping it going all day, thinking a lot about the Battle Back Challenge. I'm like, the only thing I really can prepare for here is probably a fire making challenge, so maybe I should just, practice building fire, tending to fire. It's also something to keep the mind busy,
How challenging is the boredom aspect of the Elimination
That is
Galaxy?
definitely the most challenging aspect. You got to really fight to, when you're bored, it's very hard to stay in the moment, right? Because it does no good really to compare your past game, what you've been doing. You evaluate it, you see what you did wrong, you try and get information about what's happening in the game now, and then to move forward. And then you can't spend time speculating because you really don't know what's coming, what's happening, what is coming next. So I don't really think it does any good expending that energy towards that. You just need to do the best you can to prepare for what's coming,
And so, what is coming, Josh?
I don't know, man. I assume some sort of battle back challenge is going to be soon. It would make sense. The numbers are right about now for it to be right now. So what type of challenge it is? There have been discussions about some sort of endurance challenge. I hope that it's something a little less painful for myself, because I'll go forever, but I think my best strategy, or my best bet to be back in the game is some sort of all-around competition where you got to do some strength, some speed, and then a puzzle at the end. Those are my top things. I think that, all the great competitors here, but I think I might be the most well-rounded one.
Okay. So if there wasn't a competition to get back and something else was a factor in returning to the game, what do you think that could be, and how do you feel about that?
I mean,
Because I don't remember saying it was ever a battle deck or a challenge.
I do know that in the past, in Survivor, they have had you just go to Tribal and then just vote for who wants to come back. If that's the case, I mean, I've been talking to everybody here. I've been here a long time. Everyone knows how badly I want back in the game and that I'm a competitor, and hopefully they'll vote for me. You know, I've been trying to show that I'm trying to improve my game as much as possible. But truthfully, that's up to them. You know, I've been as honest as possible, and I've shown I'm a guy who's going to come out swinging and be a big player, right? So.
And you're brand new to these LRGs. What's like
Yeah.
something that you've learned about yourself through this experience?
Honestly, I thought that the hunger aspect, the not being without my phone aspect would be a lot harder, and I'm realizing how mentally tough I actually am and what I can do if I just set my mind to it. When I first came out here and realized, oh, this is gonna be not just a couple hours, there's not much to do here, I was like, you know, I'm not ashamed to say, it was a struggle to stay in the game and not just quit and go get some pizza or whatever and then call my family, you know. But you gotta just think, you know, you gotta go one more day, take it one moment at a time, one challenge at a time. And I think that's gonna help me when I get back in the game.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for
Yeah.
talking with us, our resident fire master, Josh. But I think I heard some gossip coming from that tent. over there.
Yes,
Do you want to go check it out?
it's very
Good
common
to see
around
you.
here.
yes.
Sorry,
You know, in a game like Survive, there's a little bit of gossip goes a long
Let's see
way.
if you can find some hot goss.
This right over here is the ladies' tent.
Oh, hey, girl.
Hey, come check
Wow.
out our crib.
Oh my gosh.
Absolutely.
What a fun
Here.
episode. Do you think we should go in? Let's go in.
I think so.
What are we playing?
A little card game.
Okay.
Duo, my favorite card game.
Alrighty. Wow, okay, so I think we are joined by Natalie and Savannah, our
Yeah.
most recent boots, and you guys were out in the same round, correct?
Yeah,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Okay, unfortunately, but there's still an opportunity to get back in the game. What are you thinking about
Oh
that?
yes. Definitely super excited. You know, I had my mind set on a shower, and as soon as I saw that piece of paper, I said, "Oops, I guess no shower for me. I'll be here out till I have to be," and I'm very excited. Hopefully, get a chance to back in.
And Natalie, what about yourself? What were your thoughts when you saw that piece of paper that Savannah was just talking about?
Relief.
Uh-huh.
I definitely didn't think there was going to be a battle back, so I was very excited to see that, and it was the easiest yes I've ever given. So, yeah.
Now, what would you both excel at in a battle back? If we're doing a challenge, what's something that you're like, that's my wheelhouse, I see that, I know I'm coming back into the game?
I think I could be good at just straight up mental who wants it the most. I'd do just about anything. I already said I'd pee my pants if I got to, and I hope not. But
Because we're staying hydrated out here, right?
course, all the
Elimination
hydration.
Galaxy is hard.
it's hard, it's hot out here, and we're staying hydrated. I think I'd be good at a puzzle of some kind. I think I'd be good in a fire making. I think I'd be good. I think those are my main strengths. A mermaids competition in the pool, I'd be good.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I'd be
Those
down,
are all
too.
really fun. Now, Natalie, this is your first time playing a live reality game? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So, that being said, what kind of challenges do you think that you might be good at? If there are challenges, it sounds like your peers think that there are. We never said that.
Oh, interesting. I think I would be very good at puzzles. I also think if it's a mental endurance, I could definitely go the distance. So, depending on what it is, I feel like I could definitely crush that. But yeah, I think puzzles will be my strongest suit.
Do you ladies think that only one person is getting back into the game?
I've heard mixed things. My math is mathing, but obviously we all saw I was not great at math. I think it would be one person. But
Referring to the first
the
challenge.
very first challenge. I think it would be one person based on my math, but who knows? You know, you saw it. You saw it firsthand. I'm not great at math, so.
What do you think?
I think it could be two. You never know. There's been a lot of twists so far in this game, so it could easily be two instead of one. And like you just said, there might not even be a challenge, so that's another twist.
So if only one person's coming back into the game, do you treat people as friends, competing for the same thing, or are you guys all competition to each other still? Yeah, either one.
I think, obviously, we're all still in a little bit of game mode, but I think the consensus here is that we want whoever goes back in one, two, whoever who goes back in, we want them to have a chance to succeed. And I think the best way to do that is share as much information as we possibly have collectively. That also benefits yourself. If you do get back in, you have the most information. And you know, there might be some mind games being played by some people, trying to psych people out or psych people up, or I don't know. We'll see. I think the game never stops when you're out here until I'm in my shower. The game never stops.
Got it. And your thoughts over here? I'm hearing mental warfare being played at Elimination Galaxy, but also quite a bit of kindness.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we all are mutually kind of, banding together because we obviously are not in the game as of right now. But we want to help each other. We want to see whoever goes back in succeed, and we want to see them win, because I think there are still some bitter feelings about being voted out, or maybe some of the lies that we were told. So I absolutely feel like whoever's going to go back in, we would be cheering for.
Yep.
Do you think you guys, including anybody else here, any of the 6 of you, has a really good chance of going far? Should you get back in? Give me just yes or no.
I think the two of us have a really good chance.
Okay. Hence why we're in the same tent
We're
together.
chilling.
All right. Well, we'll let you guys keep playing duo. Thanks for visiting with us in your crib. I think we've got one more person
Nice
to
and
see.
sweaty in here.
Yeah,
Thank
lovely.
you.
Thanks.
Have a good time, ladies.
Yeah, there should be one other cadet around. It's sometimes hard to find everybody, but it gets boring at times. So some of our players have been getting some exercise.
Oh, look at that!
Here we go.
Holy moly!
It's Kevin. Hey, Kevin.
The competition hasn't
Have
stopped.
a minute of your time, please.
Hey, fast guys.
Awesome.
How's it going?
Good to
I'm
see
Zach. I'm the host of the Survive Unplugged. And this
Hi.
is Travis. I'm sure you remember him.
Yeah. Now, you're the newest member of the Elimination Galaxy. What's it like being fresh here? All the questions you get asked. How are you processing everything?
It's a lot, man. There's a lot going in my head. That's why I'm out here doing some sprints, just trying to clear it. Like, I was surprised to get voted out, one, and then I also received a lot of information that I did not know about after getting voted out. So, mind screw, I don't know if I can swear up here.
Mind blown.
Mind blown
Right,
to the
great.
max.
Tell us about it. I don't think we got a chance to interview you post-elimination, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, let's hear your thoughts. Good, lead us through what happened.
So I think I was in a very good position from day one. You know, my whole strategy was to just kind of make myself smaller. I know I'm not that tall in stature, but I'm talking about my threat level, right? I didn't want to come out too social, too funny, too charming, too good at challenges, nothing, right? So I pretty much sat on my hay barrel all day with my arms like this to try to make myself smaller, and didn't really contribute unless I needed to. You know, I didn't want to seem standoffish or like I can't talk to people, but I didn't want to talk to people too much, and that was working for me really well. Never received a vote until we get tribe swapped. And I get swapped into a minority with 2 of my original Blazar and 3 original Jovian. And at that point, there was really nothing I could do. You know, I thought that I did a good job of building genuine connections with those people, but at the end of the day, they wrote my name down, so I obviously didn't do a good enough job.
Now that you're here, what can you do?
But there's a battle back, and I'm pissed. So I'm going to try to channel that into the battle back and get back in and try to make some new alliances, use all this new information I've gathered to try to twist the game a little bit and avoid getting voted out again.
Yeah, absolutely. Now,
yeah.
if there is a battle back,
Yeah.
who here is your biggest competition?
I mean, of course, it
question.
depends on the challenge. You know, everyone here has their strengths in their own regard. And I don't know, if I had to just throw a name out there, I would be worried about both Don and Savannah. You know, I think that both of them also, well, I'll say Don and Savannah first. You know, they both feel like they have a wide range of skills. And so no matter what the challenge is, I feel like they have a pretty good shot. And also Carrie, you know, she talks about how she's playing for her son, and, you know, it's kind of hard to beat a mother's love. So I think I have a lot of grit. I think I have willpower, but that mother's love is next level.
For sure, man.
Yeah.
What do you have to say about that?
About a mother's love?
Yeah.
Well, I've got one.
Yeah.
Yes,
there.
and I know that you don't want to get on the wrong side of it.
Yeah.
However, I'm curious, you mentioned that before, we have a strong group of strengths for Savannah and Dawn, so you think that maybe they'd be your biggest competition. When it comes to Carrie, or when it comes to Natalie, or when it comes to Josh, do they beat you in a puzzle? Do they beat you in an endurance challenge, or do you beat them? Tell us who you think you'll beat and when.
So honestly, if it comes to a puzzle, I think I got any of them. So I didn't spend much time with, I guess, all the people I didn't name, which might be an indication of my ignorance, right? I don't really know their skills, obviously, but I've seen Dawn, I've seen Savannah, and I feel like they would be good at things. If it's an endurance challenge, I really don't think anyone's beating me. I'm not getting off no stump, no post. I'm not putting my arm down. I want to get back in this game so bad, but you know that mother's love is also strong, so I'm a little worried about that.
Well, maybe a quick shout out to your mother. And...
Yes, shout out to my mom. Hi, Mom.
Yes, and my mom too. Hi,
Yes,
Mom.
my mom as well. Well, as we've mentioned to your other castmates here in Elimination Galaxy, might not necessarily be a competition, but if we think that it is it okay if I help you practice for one as we say goodbye right now?
Okay,
All
let's
right,
do it.
Do you want to race to the end of the road for me?
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's go.
Not me.
All right, yeah,
Go
you want to count
ahead.
us off here? I'll go on this side. All right, count us off, Travis.
On your mark.
Before we go, though, thank you for joining us on
Thanks,
Survive
guys.
Unplugged episode 4.
Go! Okay, we are such